الحمد لله الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا أما بعد. Respected ladies, my dear brothers, Sheikh Sa'di rahmatullahi alayhi was a great buzurg of olden times. He quotes two stories from Quran to explain how environment affects a person. What is the effect of an environment? Mahaul, environment. How a good environment changes the man, and how a bad environment affects the person. So one story from Ashab Kahf. Who are Ashab Kahf? They were some youth. They had Iman. The king of that time, he had no Iman. He didn't believe in Akhirat, and he didn't believe in life after death. And he wanted his subjects to follow his belief. When he learned that some of the youth were the children of his courtiers, they believe in Akhirat, they believe in Allah. So he summoned them in the court. And he warned them, and he gave them time that you leave your Iman. You are young, you are youth, you are the children of my court people. I feel pity on you. If you leave Iman, you will get the post of your fathers. And if you don't leave Iman, then I will stone you to death. He gave them some time. The time came closer. So these youth were very afraid, concerned. What will happen now? The king will call us to the court, and he will ask us what decision you have taken. Have you decided to leave your faith, or you want to die? So if we save the Iman, we will lose the life. And if you want to save the life, you must leave Iman. What should it be? they made mashwara. Mashwara. By the barakat of mashwara, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed them a way. Mashwara opens the ways. So Allah gave them a way that leave the city in the night of the darkness and go to some jungles and hide. So that the king doesn't know where you are. They left the city in the night, in the darkness of the night, and they went in jungles. We don't know how many days and nights they traveled in jungles. Ultimately, they found a cave. They thought that this is a good place to hide. So they went and inside the cave. While they were traveling in the jungles and forests, a dog accompanied them. In Arab, shepherds, they keep dog, and it safeguards the herd of the sheep. So what this dog was doing, it was protecting these youth from all sides, protecting them from dangers. Dog has senses, it senses. So from wherever it sensed danger, it would go to that side and protect them, the Ashab Kahf, from that danger. When they went in the cave to take shelter and they slept, this dog sat on the mouth of the cave, spreading its forelegs, so that nobody enters in and harms these youth. It sat on the mouth of the cave, spreading the forelegs. On this act of the dog, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that this dog will enter Jannah along with Ashab Kahf. I'm not going to give the whole story because it will take long time. The ultimate result is that the dog, there are 10 animals named in Hadith who will enter Jannah on the day of Qiyamah. Out of those 10 animals, one is this ashab, the dog of the Ashab Kahf. So Sheikh Sadi says, this is the barakat of the company of Salihin, that this dog accompanied the youth who had Iman and who made hijrat to safeguard their Iman. Chilla Jamaat, 4 Chilla Jamaat, 3 Chilla Jamaat, foreign Jamaat. This is the Jamaat which went to safeguard their Iman. A dog which safeguards the youth who went in the path of Allah to safeguard their Iman. The barakat of that act, this when Ashab Kahf will enter Jannah, this dog along with them will enter Jannah. So Sheikh Sadi says, see, this is the barakat of the good environment, the company of Salihin, good people, neck people. What is the barakat of the good environment? The second example also from Quran, the son of Nabi Nuh alayhi salam. Ulul Azm Nabi, great Nabi. He is called second Adam. Second Adam. His son, when the flood came, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had commanded and ordered Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam to build a ship and take all his believers in the ship. Let's say flood is going to come. So Adam alayhi salam, he took all his believers in the ship. But his son did not join. His son did not board the ship. Imagine a Nabi who has pleaded his people for 950 years. How much persuasion he would have done for his son, to his son. But the son did not agree. Flood started. Nabi is still telling his son, "Oh my dear son, this is not flood, this is the azab of Allah. And there is no refuge other than this boat, this ship, which I have made by the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All my followers have boarded the ship. You are my son, my beloved son. You also board the ship." But he did not agree. Waves started in the water. The height, it rose. Waves started. Even now, Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam pleads his son, "My dear son, still there is time. Come and board the ship." He said, "Father, I will go on the top of the mountain. This mountain will save me. I will go on the top of it." Nabi alayhi salam says, no, there is no refuge anywhere. Today the refuge is in this boat. But he did not agree. He went onto the top of the mountain. Waves started in the water, and one wave went over the mountain, and the son of Nabi Nuh alayhi salam it swept away. And the son was drowned. In front of the eyes of the Nabi, his son is being drowned. Nuh alayhi salam pleaded to Allah, "Oh Allah, you had said that you will safeguard my descendants and followers. He is the first descendant of mine, my son. Allah, he is being drowned in front of my eyes." Reply came with anger, a tone of anger. "The one who doesn't believe in me, how can we be yours? The one who did not become mine, how can he be yours? Yours are those who believe in me, and those who don't believe in me are not yours." Then Nabi made us istighfar that I recommended the one who went against your wish and desire. So Nabi made istighfar. So Sayyidina Sheikh Sadi says, Sadi rahmatullahi alayhi, the great Buzurg of the olden times, his books are still taught in madrasas even today. 1400 years, about 1000 years back, after, his books are even now taught in madrasas. So he says that see the benefit of a good environment. Dog is entering Jannah. And see the result of a bad environment, that the son of Nabi, he lost the tree of Nabuwat, the family of Nabuwat. He was not drowned. His environment drowned him. his environment, he did not drown. He was not drowned, his environment drowned. So Sheikh Sadi says, a good environment, they benefit. And a bad environment, it's loss. So my dear brothers, Tabligh wants to create an environment. The work of Dawat is to create an environment in which we save ourselves from the pollution. The whole world is afraid and disturbed of the pollution. The greatest pollution, our Hazratji Maulana Inamul Hasan Rahmatullahi Alayhi used to say that the greatest pollution is the pollution of guna. Every human has become a generator of guna. Like generator generates the power. So today we are living in such an age and time that every person has become a generator. Generating what? Generating guna. So this pollution of the environment will affect. One cannot survive alone, singularly. There was a great Buzurg Sheikh Ashraf Ali Thanvi Rahmatullahi Alayhi. Hakimul Ummat he was called. He says, when the ground is slippery, on a slippery ground, ant slips, and not only the ant slips, even the elephant, if it comes, oh, so heavy elephant, how can it slip? No. Ant slips, and elephant also slips because the ground is slippery. So my dear brothers, we, Maulana Shaykh Inamul Hasan Rahmatullahi Alayhi used to say, yesterday also I mentioned, that a person by going out in the path of Allah, he gets the wealth of Iman. He used to say, Iman ki maya. Maya means wealth. A person by going in the path of Allah gets the wealth of Iman. To safeguard that wealth of Iman, which one gets by giving sacrifice, by going out in the path of Allah, by making mujahada, whatever wealth he gets, to safeguard and to improve that wealth, one has to be consistent in local work. In the local work. By going out, by making mujahada, by giving sacrifice, he gets the wealth of Iman. What is the wealth of Iman? Fikr of Akhirat, fear of Allah, fikr of Akhirat, love with sunnat, way of Rasulullah. These are the wealth of Iman. Fear of Allah, fikr of Akhirat, love, as people love things, one loves the sunnat of Rasulullah, the ways of Rasulullah. This is the barakat of going in the path of Allah. This is the wealth of Iman. So Maulana Shaykh Inamul Hasan used to say that if one wants to save the wealth of Iman which he gets by going out in the path of Allah, then he has to be regular and consistent in the local work. It will be safeguarded and it will improve. Haji Abdul Wahab Rahmatullahi Alayhi, he was the last man passed away from the world of the time of Maulana Ilyas, who was associated with Maulana Ilyas Rahmatullahi Alayhi. He was the last man, he passed away. He used to say that if we have a desire that tomorrow we should be raised in the company of Da'is, on the day of Qiyamah, if we have a desire that we should be raised as a Da'i, then one has to be regular every day in three things. This is our desire, that tomorrow we should get the company of Da'is. We must be raised in the company of Da'is. Our Shaykh Inamul Hasan Rahmatullahi, he always used to make this dua. Normally in the ijtimas, in dua. He used to recite this dua of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Allahumma ja'al nabiyyina lana farata wa hawdahu lana mawrida. Allahumma ja'alna fi zumrati wa hshurna fi zumrati waj'alna min hizbi waj'alna min rufaqai ma'an nabiyyina min ahibbai was-siddiqina والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا. He used to recite this dua so much that I was young. By hearing his dua, I remembered it. I did not memorize. He used to often read so much that by hearing it, it went into my memory. And then I found that this dua is in Hizbul Azam in the Manzil of Juba. What is this dua? Oh Allah, tomorrow, let me be behind Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the friend, we are behind him. Tomorrow raises among that his company. Maulana Yusuf Ahmed Khalil used to say, every person has a desire. A wealthy man becomes to be the wealthiest. A politician wants to be the highest post. So everyone has a desire. What is the desire of a da'i? What is the desire of a da'i? He used to say that the desire of a da'i is that tomorrow on the day of Qiyamah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will present himself in the court of Allah. He will be associated with Sahaba. Every person will present in the court of Allah. Each one will give his personal karguzari. Anbiya will give their karguzari. How did they make effort among their people? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he presents himself in the court of Allah, and he is associated with the Sahaba, and he says, Ya Allah, the work which you gave me, my people who are with me, they are the one who helped me in my job. My Sahaba who accompanied me, who helped me in my job, they are with me. He is associated with the Sahaba. Our desire is that behind, we also join this group. وَجَعَلْنَا مِنْ حِزْبِ party, group. We join this group. That Rasulullah used to say, when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam presents himself and he is associated with Sahaba, we also join this company behind. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Oh Allah, behind me are those who helped me, my Sahaba, and behind them are those who carried my work after me. Behind are those who were with me in my job and who helped me in my job. And behind them, he said, this is my desire, our desire. Maulana Yusuf used to say, this is our desire. That behind Sahaba, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, are those, Ya Allah, who carried my job, my work after me. Behind me are those who joined me, and behind them are those who carried my work. So tomorrow we want that company. This is our last desire. So my dear brothers, to that Maulana Haji Abdul Wahab Sahib used to say, first thing is that every day we need to do 3 amal of dawat. Amal of dawat. One is individual amal, one amal of dawat. What are those amal of dawat? He used to say 3 amal. Talim, mashwara, and dawat. Dawat, talim, and mashwara. Daily talim. These are the 3 amal of dawat. Talim, mashwara, and dawat. Talim in the house, in the masjid. This talim is the food for soul, is the food for soul. One is the food of body, one is the food of soul, ruh. Talim is the रूह की ग़िज़ा है, ये रूह की ग़िज़ा है. Today we are feeding the body, but the world is not feeding the soul. They don't know whether there is something other than body. What all they think is ultimately about the body. So this is the food for soul. Every day. And there is great tarbiyat in it. Talim affects the soul. The words of Allah, Quran, the words of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is the benefit of an amal? Right, as Maulana was saying last night, first comes Fazail. First comes Fazail. Fazail creates an urge in a person to do an amal. Oh, if I do this amal, Allah will be happy. And Allah will grant me this in dunya and will grant me this in akhirat. That is Fazail. What Allah will grant us in dunya, what Allah will grant us in akhirat. If He is pleased. What pleases Him and what displeases Him and what is the loss of that in dunya and in akhirat. So this will create an urge. Haji Abdul Wahab Sahab, he said, and there is a great tarbiyat. This is the tarbiyat. Tarbiyat, what is tarbiyat? Tarbiyat is whatever Allah and His Rasul likes, that comes in us. And whatever Allah and His Rasul doesn't like, that goes out of us. This is tarbiyat. What all Allah likes and His Rasul likes, everything that Allah and His Rasul likes comes in us. And everything that Allah and His Rasul doesn't like, Allah Rasul likes what Allah likes. So that comes in, and what they don't like, that goes out. This is tarbiyat. And there is great tarbiyat in talim. It affects the ruh. Ruh is unseen, the effect is also unseen, but there is a result of that. Gradually it will put on the right path. So Haji Sahab was saying that once I was doing talim. In Fazail al-Dhikr, a hadith came that Allah के zikr से मारिफत पैदा होती है. मारिफत. When you do zikr, you will get marifat. Allah ki marifat. So Haji Sahib thought that all these people, it was the beginning time, mostly Mewatis, agriculturists, cultivators, and Darbali cultivators are unlettered people. So they were sitting in his front. He thought that what they would have understood, what is marifat. Marifat is a great word. What they would have understood by marifat? So he stopped talim and he looked at the audience, and one person who looked to be the most unlettered person by his appearance, he asked him, Baba, you know what is marifat? He said, marifat means to know each other. Marifat means to know each other. When you do zikr, you will know Allah and Allah will know you. You will know Allah and Allah will know you. You will know each other. Jaan Pehchan, the literary translation. Haji Sahib thought he might have heard it from someone and he is repeating it. He might have heard it. The meaning of marifat, And upon my asking, he is repeating it. Then to confirm himself, he asked him, Baba, मारिफ जान पहचान किसको कहते हैं? What do you mean by जान पहचान? He said, you don't know this small thing? Who said? This old man, he is telling Haji Abdul Wahab, you don't know what is जान पहचान? You don't know this much? So Haji Sahib said, Baba, tu hi bata de. You tell me. He said that if you are known to a person and you have something to get done from him and you tell him, he will do your job. And if he doesn't know you, then he will not listen to you. If he knows you, he will listen to you. If he doesn't know you, he will not listen to you. So by zikr, Allah will know you and you will know Allah. And if something you need, at the time of need, when you tell Allah, Allah will fulfill your need because you know Him, He knows you. That is marifat, and that one gets by zikr. Haji Sahib, I was stunned that how Allah makes tarbiyat. It's not a small book, my dear brothers. Shaykhul Hadith, 47 years he taught ulama, the final year ulama who do dawra, the last year of their qualification of becoming alim. Such ulama he taught for 47 years in the greatest madrasa of Saharanpur. And in the beginning he has written the names of the books from where he collected these gems. 84 books from where he collected these ahadiths, gems. 84 books, those 84 books, you will not find even if you search in the whole of South Africa. So that great collection, upon the advice of Maulana Ilyas Rahmatullah alayhi, Shaykhul Hadith collected in this book. It's not a small job, it's a great an alim, a scholar who taught hadith for 47 years to ulama, collected from 84 books of hadith, which he has enumerated in the book. Where from he got this? That has come to our hands. How fortunate we are. Otherwise we would have to search 84 books, which will not be available in the whole of South Africa. He collected those gems in one book. So read this, sit in this. It has, as I said, it is a means of tarbiyat. A means of talim is a means of tarbiyat. And what is tarbiyat? That what Allah likes and what His Rasul likes comes in our life. And what they dislike goes out of our life. Same in the house. This will change the environment of the house. It will bring noor in the house. Malaika, where there are amal in the house, Malaika invite other Malaika. Come, there is food for us here, there is shelter for us here. And when they enter house, Malaika are noor. When noor comes, when the daylight comes, what does go? The darkness of night goes when the light of day comes. So Malaika entered the house. The darkness, evil, shayateen, they will go out as light has come in. And the house has everything, but it has no talim, no namaz, no zikr, no tilawat. Then Malaika tell to other Malaika, come on, let us go out of this house. There is no food for us here. There is no shelter for us. And they go out of the house. Noor is gone. When Noor is gone, what comes? Darkness, evil, shayateen. And they will feel the bebarkat. To bring talim in the house is the weekly Ijtimai Talim. Through weekly Ijtimai Talim, every house Talim should come. How? Take ladies for 3 days. Once a lady goes out for 3 days, her mind will change. Dini mindset will come on the ladies by going out in the path of Allah. For that, take her in Jamaat for 3 days, then take her for 10 days, then take her for Chilla, then inshallah, your ladies will be taking the dawat of deen in the countries of the world. We have seen, alhamdulillah, South African ladies going into different countries, and through them the mahol of the homes is changing. Mahol of the homes is changing through the ladies. So through talim, take them out in 3 days, 10 days, 40 days, and to the countries of the world. Second thing is da'wat. Mashwara is a little delicate. I will come to it later. Second thing is da'wat. That is 2.5 hours, going house to house. This is the most important part of da'wat. Talking to the brothers, preparing them for something, depending upon the situation, upon the condition, upon the brother. The difference between umumi gasht, umumi jola, and this day-to-day effort, house-to-house effort, 2.5 hours. Between this and the umumi gasht, the difference is, in umumi gasht, we speak briefly and we request the brother that the talk is going on in the masjid. It will be explained in detail in the masjid. Please come with us. So by talking to him briefly, we bring him to the masjid. This is umumi gasht. But the day-to-day, house-to-house effort, we speak to him in detail, iman, akhirat, and prepare him for something, depending upon the brother, depending upon the situation, for 4 months, for 40 days. And the least is, what is the least? Tell me, brothers. 3 days. For 3 chillas to 3 days. Prepare him for something. By giving him that. So this is the difference. That in Omega, you talk to him briefly, bring him to the masjid. And day-to-day effort, we speak to him in detail and prepare him for something. So this is 2.5 hours. Then third thing is, what is that? 3 amal per day. Talim, dawat and mashwara. Mashwara is the fountain of khair. Fountain of khair. All khair emanates from mashwara, like light emanates from the sun, from the light. So mashwara is the fountain of khair. All khair emanates from mashwara. But at the same time, mashwara is the means of ikhtilaf. Mashwara is also a means of ikhtilaf. In tabligh, there is no ikhtilaf in any other amal. If at all there is ikhtilaf in tabligh, wherever it is, among whomever it is, if there is ikhtilaf in tabligh, the ikhtilaf is in mashwara. Gasht, no ikhtilaf. Talim, no ikhtilaf. 3 days, no ikhtilaf. 3 chillas, no ikhtilaf. In any another amal, there is no ikhtilaf. But in tabligh, ikhtilaf is in the mashwara. What is that? What is that? The ikhtilaf is that each one has his own idea. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us in different faces. Every person has a different face. Similarly, every person has a different mind. Every person has a different idea. A thinking is different. Our thinking is different. Our ideas are different. So when we sit in the mashwara, Haji Abdul Wahab used to say, he was a great man. He used to tell practical thing, practical. So he used to say that when you sit in the mashwara, if something comes in your mind, put it in the mashwara. If brothers agree, then think that Allah wants it. Allah wants it. If brother, you have something, you said in the mashwara, brothers are not agreeing to it, then think that Allah doesn't want it. If Allah had wanted it, Allah would have put in their minds also. Who is not putting in their minds? Something has come to my mind. If it is not coming to the mind of my sathis, who is not putting in their mind? Who? Allah is not putting in their minds. So what we do? Where we err, we start lobbying. See, what a good thing I placed in the mashwara. They are not agreeing, man. What is wrong in it, man? We should convince them, man. This is lobbying. No. If your brothers do not agree, what should you do? What should you do? You tell to Allah. What should you tell? Oh Allah, what you have put in my mind, put in their mind also. You are teaching Allah. Am I clear? Am I clear? Then what should we tell to Allah? Oh Allah, what has come to my mind? If you like it, put in their minds also, in the minds of my sathis also. And if you don't like it, then take it out of my mind also. Free me. Something you have put in my mind, I have placed before my sathis. They are not agreeing to it. If you like it, put it in their minds. And if you don't like it, tell. Tell, brother. Take out of my mind. So simple, so easy. But here, nafs and shaitan works. Here, shaitan takes his share. Nafs plays its share. That is why, no doubt this dua is not only for mashwara, for every time, but in the dua of mashwara, what do we say? Allahumma alimna marashada umurina, and then wa'a'izna min shurure nufusina, min shururi anfusina. Oh Allah, protect this mashwara from the shar of my nafs. Nafs al-shararat. Sharir, shararat. Nafs al-shararat. So Allah, protect this mashwara from the shar of my nafs. Min shururi anfusina. Wa min sayyati a'malina. From the shadow of the bad deeds of mine. Oh Allah, protect this mashwara from the shadow of my bad deeds and from the share of my nafs. Maulana Inamul Hasan Rahmatullahi Alayhi used to say, brothers, work is going on with the help of Allah. We are not running it. We are mistaken that we are running it. This work is going on with the help of Allah. And this help will continue until our nafs takes a share in it. When nafs takes share in it, then the help stops. So nafs takes share. Shaitan has enmity, and nafs has shar. Both play. I sometimes give example. It's just an example. It's not reality. Last night there was some quarrel between the husband and the wife. Happens. It happens. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam loved Sayyidina Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha. But sometimes Sayyidina Aisha would become unhappy. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would say, once said, Aisha, I know when you are happy with me and when you are not happy with me. I understand, I know when you are happy, when you are not happy. Sayyidina Aisha said, Ya Rasulullah, how do you know? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when you are happy with me, you swear by my name, Rabba Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And when you are unhappy with me, you swear by the name of Ibrahim, Rabba Ibrahim. When you are happy, you swear by my name, Rabba Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And when you are unhappy with me, then you swear by the name of Sayyidina Ibrahim, Rabba Ibrahim alayhi salam. So it happens. So in the night there was some quarrel, dispute between husband and the wife. Morning there was strike. Last night quarrel, morning strike. What do you mean by strike? You all know, those who are not still experienced this, you will experience. So be prepared for it. Those who are experiencing, they understand, they are laughing. And those who have not still experienced, they will experience. Prepared, get prepared. So there was strike in the morning, that is no nashta, no coffee, no tea. He slept. You tried to wake him up, slept. Again tried to wake her up, this time I had to go to Mashwara. Halqa Mashwara is today. She turned and slept again. That was then a strike. Ultimately it was time, so he came out without tea, without coffee, without nashta. Today was time for Mashwara, he has to reach the Mashwara. On the way, he cannot stop at a cafeteria because if people see this our Buzurg is taking tea in the cafeteria, taking nashta, then what will they think about me? So without nashta, without tea, he went to the Mashwara, sat in the Mashwara, and when Mashwara started, he gave some opinion. Another brother, he opposed it. When he opposed it, from last night this gas is collecting. Gas is collecting from the last night. When the other person opposed it, the cylinder exploded. The cylinder exploded. Amir Saab, by Allah I say, every time when I give opinion, he opposes. Every time this happens, Amir Saab, I have seen it happen. I have experienced it. Whenever I give mashwara, he opposes me. Either he will sit or I will sit. If he sits, I will sit. If I sit, he must not. May Allah safeguard. If the other person has also come in the same condition, what is the condition? You understood? If the other person has also come in the same condition in which he came, and then what will happen? What will happen? Two cylinders. And Masjid Jamaat exploded. My dear brothers, nafs plays with us. Sharraf nafs. Allahumma alimna barashida umurana wa'izna min shurur anfusina wa min sayyati a'mal. The shadow of my bad deeds falls on mashtaka, and my nafs plays with mashtaka. Nafs has shararat, shar. And shaitan has adawat. Nafs has shararat, shaitan has adawat, enmity, always enmity. Whatever he does, he does with enmity. And nafs has shar. So one has to safeguard himself and one has to safeguard the masjid. So 3 amal per day. Weekly gasht is also a amal of the day. First gasht, second gasht, also amal of the day. And then, secondly, 3 days a month. 3 days a month. 3 days. If we look at ourselves, how we came in Tabligh, normally a person enters through Talim and then goes in 3 days and then enters the work of Dawat. Then he progresses. So 3 days is the door to Tabligh. Door to Tabligh. If the doors are closed, how can we enter this hall? The doors are closed, but doors are open. We can enter the hall. We can join the salat. We can join the bayan. Everything is possible when doors are open. When the door is closed, whatever khair is going on here, how can we benefit by that khair? So the door to Tabligh is 3 days. Alhamdulillah, this is the gathering of the world workers. As we were telling yesterday, we need to see what is the earning of my month. What did I earn in this month? Every businessman, he takes account. What did I earn in this month? An employee takes his account. What was my salary this month? A businessman, he takes account what is my earning this month. What is the earning of a da'i? What is the earning of a da'i? Those new brothers upon whom I made effort and I took them in 3 days, they are the earning of my month. Maulana Muhammad Umar Palanpuri, many of you know him. Many of you have heard him. He used to say that first Jamaat I took to Morocco. The first Jamaat to Morocco. He took for 4 months. He said that the way of our work in Morocco was, it was the first Jamaat. People were not knowing what this work of Dawat is. So we used to stay 4 days in a mohalla. And in those 4 days, we used to prepare brothers for 3 days. 4 days effort, 3 days tashkil. And then we used to take their Jamaat for 3 days out. This is the way we started work in Morocco. Then in these 3 days, we would tell them, brothers, you are new. Today you see what we do. But observe carefully, because what we do today, tomorrow you have to do. We are showing you what we do. Observe it carefully so that tomorrow you do it. So next day, we would make them distribute the amal among these new brothers. One main bayan would come to us, they would say, people want to hear you. The rest of the things we will do. Third day, we used to take them and give them targheeb and make their tashkil for 4 months. Brothers, did you find any benefit in these 3 days? Did you find any benefit in these 3 days? Everyone would say, Alhamdulillah, there was a great benefit. We never experienced this. New brother, we never experienced this. The great benefit. Then I would say, if this such a benefit you get in 3 days, what benefit you will get if you give 3 chillas, 4 months. Everyone would get ready. Yes, we are ready for 4 months. Everyone who came for 3 days, get ready for 4 months. And naturally, he is not going to go 4 months next day. Some will go next month, some will go after 2 months, some will go after 6 months. Then Maulana Umar Sahib said that this way we worked in all the mahallas. 4 months we worked this way. 4 days in a masjid. During this effort, prepare a Jamaat for 3 days, take them out for 3 days. And 3rd day, give them targheeb, make them tashkeel, everybody is ready for 4 months. And then we would tell them that when you come back, these amal which we did in these 3 days, these amal we need to do in your masjid. So masjid Jamaat is formed. See how many benefits. 4 months tashkeel is made, masjid Jamaat is formed. They made their niyat. When they go back, they will do these amal in their masjid. That way we spent 4 months and we came back. When we came back, every day after my bayan, used to give bayan after Fajr. After Fajr bayan, someone used to come, someone or the other used to come and hug me and say, Shaykh Omar, first time we went with you. First time we went with you for 4 months, for 3 days, and there we made niyat, we will give 4 months, and today we are here. Among them was one great alim, Sheikh Hamdawi, rahmatullahi alayhi, from Marrakesh. He was an alim. First time he went with Maulana, and there he made niyat for 4 months. He came for 4 months, he spent 4 months. And then he went to so many countries. He was the source, the main source of work in France. Because France, Moroccans live. So he went to France. The work improved in France. He went to Belgium. There are Moroccans. So that way he went to so many countries. In Al-Azhar, Jamia Al-Azhar, there are so many students from Morocco studying in Al-Azhar. There he went to Al-Azhar, he started the work of Dawat. So Allah took so much of work from him and then he passed away. Maulana Umar Palanpuri rahmatullah alayh, when he used to give his example, he used to say that on the day of Qiyamah, in the court of Allah, I will put my claim. He sentimentally used to become. And he used to say on the day of Qiyamah, in the court of Allah, I will stake my claim that, oh Allah, whatever you give to Hamdawi, you give to me. I don't know what you are going to give him. But whatever you give him, you give me, because I am the source of his bringing in tabligh. This is the real earning, my dear friends. We don't know how many gems are in the homes. This day-to-day effort will bring them up. In 3 days, will bring them in the work of field, in the fold of Dawat. And we don't know through whom, how much work Allah takes. That will be our earning. My dear brothers, we are the earning of others. We are the earning of others. Whom? Those who worked upon us. We are in their account. We are their earning. Those who worked upon us, brought us in tabligh. We are their earning. We are in their account. What is to our earning? What is to our account? To our earning and to our account will be those upon whom we work. We are in others' account. And those upon whom we work will be in our account. So this is very important. We must take it seriously that every old worker, he must see, assess, evaluate, what is my income this month? What did I earn this month? My earning is those new brothers upon whom I made effort and I took them in tabligh. They are my earning. Inshallah, when 10 months they give 3 days, and inshallah at the end of the 10th month, they will go for 4 months, they will go for chilla. One amal of dawat affects the other amal of dawat also. So for that, my dear brothers, make niyat. Make niyat. Inshallah, from today onwards, every day I will try to prepare a new brother. And our elders say, if you cannot alone, then two together. Pairs. Two together. Make effort. 27 days. Prepare your jamaat and take your jamaat. Inshallah, those who go in 3 days, once they will go in 40 days, 4 months. That will be our earning, inshallah. Inshallah, Allah ready for it, inshallah. This way, monthly 3 days jamaats will increase. These are the amal of that. We remember those days when Haji Bhai Padia, may Allah reward him in Jannat, give him higher status of Jannat. He was the man who planted these trees. He was the man who planted these trees. South Africa was drowned in dunya. He used to take them out. Sometimes he told me, you don't know these people. They are fond of eating and traveling. Haji Bhai used to say, they are fond of eating and traveling. I tell them, come, we will see the hometown of our forefathers. That way he used to make the shkil, no tabligh at all. He used to say, my qawm. He used to say, my qawm. Fond of eating and traveling. So I used to take them. We see, he used to bring people, brand new people. From their dress, their appearance, it looked brand new people. We say, what Haji Bhai? You bring such jamaats, all new people. He used to say, you don't know Baba. My qawm is fond of eating and traveling. I tell them, come, we will see the hometown of our forefathers. With this way, it is. And today, the work of Dawat, its beginning is humble. Beginning is humble. And gradually the tree grows. And a time comes when it gives fruits. In the last 4 months, we had the opportunity of traveling 4 continents. Last 4 months, 4 continents. Because everywhere there was more workers job. Maulana Ibrahim and I accompanied him. So we traveled, Sheikh Ibrahim, and I accompanied him. We traveled 4 continents. 4 workers jobs, Australia. The tabligh in Australia started from the railway platform. Tabligh in Australia started from railway platform. One of the first Jamaat, there was one brother from our city, Benglore, Ahmed Hussain, an old man. He went with the first Jamaat, and he was the Amir of the Jamaat. He said, when we went to Sydney, there was no masjid in Sydney. No masjid. We stayed in Islamic Center, which was for every event. And that Islamic Center would open only on Fridays. People working in the embassies, Muslims working in embassies, they used to come for Jummah, to Islamic Center for Jummah. And immediately after Jummah, they would go back. When we request them, they would say, we have come from the job, we have to go back to the job. We just took permission for Juma. So they would never sit and listen. Many weeks passed. Nobody comes and they don't know whom to go. The Jamaat became fed up. They said, Abil Sahab, let us go to some other country. Tabligh cannot be done here. Let us go to some other country. But he was a man of azm. Azm. What is azm? Azm is something which comes in the heart, not in the mind. What comes in the mind is thought. What comes in the heart is azm. The man azm. He said, okay, I have an idea. We will try that idea. What is that idea? He said, from tomorrow morning, we will go to the railway station. There was a railway station, that metro train which runs inside the city. You have in Africa? There's a train which runs inside the city. That's called metro train. In India, most of the cities there are metro trains. So there was this big station of metro train. He said, okay, we'll go there in the station. We spread our chadar like beggars. Sit there and make talim. And when the train comes and stops, we'll stop talim, disperse, stand before the compartments, and whoever gets down, we will see him eye to eye and say him, Assalamu alaikum, loudly. If he is a Muslim, what do we do? He will say, Walaikum salam. You will catch him. Baba, we have come to meet you from India, Baba. Come sit with us. There on the platform. A sheet is spread. Jamaat is sitting. And from compartments see Muslims and bring them and make them sit there and give them dawat. Railway station platform. Tabligh stand. Their platforms are very clean. So spread the sheet, sit talim, do talim. When train comes, stop, spread in front of the compartment, and whoever gets them say, see him eye to eye, and loudly saying, Assalamu alaikum. And if he is a Muslim, he will reply, catch him. Baba, we have come from India to meet you. We don't want anything from you. We are all wealthy people, we don't want anything. But we have come to meet you, see you. Our brothers, our brothers are in Australia. Come, we'll have some chat. Sit here. That way Tabligh started. They got some people. And now we went to Sydney. There are 154 masjids in Sydney. How many? 154 masjids in Sydney. And how many were in the beginning? How many were in the beginning? 0. That Islamic center also converted into masjid. Now they give the Karguzari like you were giving Karguzari yesterday. How many were last year? How many this year? And now when they give the Karguzari, 154 masjids in Sydney. The beginning is railway platform. So Dawat has a humble beginning. But a time comes, the tree grows and gives fruits. That day when we went there, it was their weekly Shabguzari. Old Workers' Door was next week. We had arrived 1 week before. Next week was the Old Workers' Door. So they came and said, today is our Shabguzari day. Let Maulana give bayan after Maghrib. He said, okay. We thought 50-60 people would gather. To my astonishment, more than 1,000, about 1,200 in weekly Shabguzari in Sydney. I could not believe my eyes what I am seeing. And 600 spent night in Shabguzari. 600. Most of them were youth. Most of them were youth. Then there was Old Workers' Zone in Melbourne. And in the Old Workers' Zone, they counted from the food brothers took 3,500 in Old Workers' Zone. South Africa is the old place. Australia has only 4 cities. Only 4 cities. Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and some work in Perth. 3,000 plus. 3,000 plus in the Old Workers' Zone. I am not satisfied with your gathering. Because you have 4 months and 40 days, 10,000. Am I correct? See the Karguzari? In the whole of South Africa, 40 days and 4 months brothers are 10,000. How many are here? There are 3,000 and all the 3,000 are there in the Old Workers' Zone. Alhamdulillah. And they made near to send Jamaats to far off countries. When we went to America, we found 4 Jamaats from Australia. 1 Jamaat with ladies. Alhamdulillah. Then when we went to Europe, in Belgium, in Holland, in Portugal, Lisbon, there was Old Workers' Zone, Old Workers of Europe, those who are working in their countries. 28 countries had gathered. How many? 28 countries. France, Germany, Holland, Poland, Belgium, Italy, Switzerland. 28 countries. And every country was giving Karguzari how the work of Dawat is going on in their country. And they made azaim for future effort. Then we went to Canada. In Canada, in Toronto, Ijtima, there were 10,000. Bigger than this hall. Completely full. Bigger than this hall. Completely full. Then we came to New York. In New York, they had rented a hall. The gathering was plus 7,000. 7,000 plus. And we know because in 1980, Hazrat Ji Rahmatullah Alayhi went and there was first Ijtima in America. At that time we used to work the whole week. Only on Saturday, Sunday people would come. How many? 7 to 10. If 10 brothers come, that day will be Eid day for us. Today, Alhamdulillah, very big tabligh. And today, 7,000 gathering. We are astonished. Who is bringing them? All brethren, kurtas, pajamas. The Majma is coming to Ijtima like Eid, like as if it is their Eid day. Maulana Ibrahim Sahib, in 80, he spent 1 year in America. 1 year before the Ijtima. Hazrat's first Ijtima. Hazrat had sent a Jamaat in which Maulana Ibrahim Sahib was there. He spent 1 year in America. He used to say that it was sannata, sannata. Nobody comes, nobody hears. क्या बोलेंगे सन्नाटा को इंग्लिश में? No response at all. But Alhamdulillah, now all this is happening. All this is the result of our youngsters who went from our countries. Most of them engineers. Most of them engineers. They went for higher studies to America. They got good jobs. And in fact, they went for good jobs there. Good job, good salary, good opportunities, better opportunities, better dunya. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking the work of deen from them because they were connected to the work of dawat from here, from their countries back home. They were connected with the work of dawat. They went there for better jobs, better salaries, better dunya. And Allah is taking the work of deen from them. All the ijtimas were managed by our youngsters, mostly engineers. As I said, they went for a better dunya, better jobs, better opportunities, and Allah is taking work from them. That is why we say, brothers, work among students. You work upon students. Take them in holidays. Every masjid, make it a point. Make it a point. Every masjid should have the list of students in their vicinity. Like we have the list of 4 months brothers, Chilla brothers. Similarly, every masjid must make a list of students. It's not difficult. You need not have to do anything. There are such students in every masjid who have interest. You put them on this job and see they will do it. Tell them to make a list of students in the locality. Work upon them. Take them in holidays, in Jamaat. Inshallah, they will be the future dais. And as I told you, all the ijtimas, there are 4 ijtimas in America. And all the ijtimas were managed by these youth, most of whom are engineers. And they did advanced courses. I can't say. You tell me, I will finish it right now. भाई कैसे बता सकते हैं? अभी तो हल्के बनेंगे इनके, अज़ाइम करेंगे. So brothers, what was I saying? Work upon them. They are the coming dais. Otherwise, we will lose them. They will be drowned in the environment of dunya. My dear brothers, lastly, we went to Chicago. One family, Ora family, from Gujarat, they settled in a place surrounded by Afro-American brothers. Because that was cheap. That area, people do not dare to go and settle there. So they settled there. Gradually, others also followed them. And when the Ijtima was conducted, I was thinking, where they will conduct the Ijtima? Is that Chicago is a very big, very busy city. It is difficult to find a place. When we reached there, we found that a big hall which was belonging to AT&T company, mobile company. They sold it. And these Gujarati families from Ora family from Anand, they joined and they bought this and they turned it into masjid. So big hall where 3,000 people were accommodated. And next to that hall is big parking because their parking is a compulsory one. Bigger than the hall, the parking. And that they vacated the parking, parked in the streets by taking permission, and Majma was accommodated there, food feeding was done there, and next to that is a building which was the offices of that AT&T company, beautiful building, and that they turned into school. They turned into school. When I met this person who is in charge of the school, he said, students from 18 countries are studying in our school. Students from how many countries? 18 countries are studying in our schools. I asked him, how much did they pay? He said, most of them have no food. How are they going to pay the tuition fees? We support. There was a time when our children used to go to others' school, and now is the time that others' children are coming to our schools. Such change in environment. All this, I felt that the youngsters, the youth, mostly engineers, doing khidmat, serving food, cleaning the plates. Ask him, what do you do? Oh, I work in the car factory. What do you do in the car factory? I design electric car run by electric car. It looks like a mausoleum. So, my dear brothers, the field is very vast. The field is very vast. Work remains. The all workers have to make azaim that insha'Allah we will work upon every individual. We will work upon every individual. That will be my earning. Alhamdulillah, yesterday you gave Karguzari. Acha, then gradually that has become a mohalla, and 2,000 families are living there. The ladies said to their men, what is our part in the ijtima? You men are earning so much of sawab. What is for us? And they themselves said, we will prepare rotis and send to the ijtima. You don't have to prepare rotis. You prepare curry, salan, and we will send rotis. So from every house, bundle of rotis was coming, and the children were bringing rotis. The whole ijtima was fed by these homes. They did not prepare rotis. All rotis coming from homes. Children bringing the rotis. They just prepare curry. Alhamdulillah, this change is coming, my dear brothers. So there is much scope for work. So we need to make azaim to work. Azaim for dunya are in everyone's heart. Hearts and minds are overflowing with the azaim of dunya. Hearts are overflowing, minds are overflowing with the azaim of dunya. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants azaim for deen. Azaim for deen. There is a dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma ij'al himmati wa hawaya fima tuhibbu wa tarza. Oh Allah, you have given me great himmat, courage. Oh Allah, make my himmat, my courage, and my aspirations for what you like. Today my himmat and my aspirations are for what I want. I am spending my courage, my himmat for what I want. Oh Allah, divert it. Courage you have given, himmat you have given, divert it towards what you want, not towards what I want. Allahumma ja'al himmati wa hawaya fima tuhibbu wa tarda. Dua of Rasulullah. Today, my dear brothers, the courage of ummat, where it is going. I just give you one example. You all know that the Titanic man, you know? You know or you don't know? Subhanallah, all angels sitting here, come down from the heavens. That Titanic man, he went down the ocean for what? To see a drowned ship. Shrimp drowned years ago. Most part of it might have been rusted. So he went on, where even the rays of the sun do not reach. It's so deep that rays of the sun do not reach there. He reached there to see what? A wrecked ship. A drowned ship. And ultimately he was, tell me if you know. Tell me you know, ultimately he was drowned. Where are we putting our himmat, man? Courage. It's not a small courage to go deep into the sea. But where this courage is lost. So today, my dear brothers, everything is put for dunya. Tabligh wants a change. Tabligh wants a change. We are not ready to give everything to dunya. We are not ready to give everything to dunya and go bare hands from dunya like Alexander, the conqueror. When the time to death came, he said, keep my hands out of my coffin so that the world see what this great conqueror is carrying with him. And the Urdu poet, he said, Laya tha kya Sikandar, दुनिया से ले गया क्या, थे दोनों हाथ खाली, बाहर कफन से निकले. What did Alexander bring when he came in the world? He came bare hands. And what did he carry from the world? He departed bare hands. Ultimate result. We are not ready for it. There are two levels. Higher level, lower level. Higher level is 1/3. 1/3 of what all you have, put it for deen. The lower level, the last level is 1/10. This is tabligh. This is tabligh. The higher level is 1/3. The lower level is 1/10. We give 1/10. 2.5 hours daily is 1/10 of a day. 3 days monthly is 1/10 of a month. Chilla annual is 1/10 of a year. If we give 1/10, and Allah will reward us 10 times. Like in many big showrooms, you have this placard, buy one, get one free. You have South Africa? No, don't have. What do you have? Buy one, get one free. Tabligh says, buy one, get 9 free. Buy one, get 9 free. Is there anyone who could do more than that? We give one, Allah gives us 10. We give 2.5 hours, Allah gives them. The reward will be as if we gave the whole day. We give 3 months, Allah, the reward will be as if we gave the whole month. We give one chilla, the reward will be as if we gave the whole year he was doing tabligh. All the rest is free. Such giver. And mashallah, these old workers gathering come to a higher level, that is 1/3. Maulana Yusuf Rahmatullah Alayhi used to say, if Ummah comes on 1/3, then Allah will spread Hidayat in the whole world. If Ummah comes on 1/3 of sacrifice, Qurbani, Allah will spread Hidayat in the whole world. This is the message you have to take from the Ijtima. This is the message you have to take from the Ijtima. Not just, oh, mashallah, very good bayans. Very good bayans. What was it, man? I am telling you very good bayans. You are arguing with me. But what did you bring from there? What did you bring from the Ijtima? This is the message from the Ijtima. I used to tell in America. They are also English bayan, but I used to tell them 3 words you remember Urdu. 3 words, Urdu words you remember. Rozana, Mahana, Salana. You are half Urdu people. Half Urdu, half English. For you it is more easy. Say, Rozana, Mahana, Salana. This is the message of old workers' job. This is the message of Tabligh. This is the message of Ishtihad. What is Rozana? What is Rozana? Rozana, 1/10. 2.5 hours. Mahana, 3 days. Salana, Chilla. That is the lower level. And otherwise, Rozana, 8 hours. Mahana, more than that. And Salana, 4 months. Inshallah, Allah will make them a means of hidayat in the world. So these azaim we need to make now. For about 15 minutes, you have to sit halqa wise, masjid wise, halqa wise, masjid wise, and make azaim. Tomorrow will be dua. With what message are we returning? When you go back, people will ask you, what happened there? You say, MashaAllah, bayans. Arey man, bayans, okay, fine. But what have you brought from there? Say that this is the message of Ijtima I have brought. What is Rozana? Explain them. I told you, 3 amal of the day. What is Mahana? Tell them 3 days. What is Salana? Chilla. And a higher level is 4 months. With these azaim we have to go, brothers. Are we ready, inshallah? Is everyone ready? Why so feeble voice? Huh? Say loudly. Now please sit for a few minutes. Halqa wise, make azaim. Now I warn you. The warning is, Shaitan will whisper. Come, let us have a coffee and come back. We have been sitting for a long time. Tired man. You make halqas bad. I'm just coming, having a cup of coffee and come. Gaya to gaya, aaya de. Jo gaya, wo gaya. This shaitan, he doesn't want, he knows. If he sits, he will make niyat. The niyat of a mu'min has also value in the sight of Allah. Niyat of a mu'min. Even a niyat has a value in the sight of Allah. Upon niyat, Allah grants 1. And upon amal, Allah grants 10. So shaitan knows all. He is the oldest karkun. He will cut the stem. If the stem is cut, no fruit will come. So we will sit or we will go and have a cup of coffee. What do we do? Tell brothers, all will inshallah defeat shaitan. Tell him this is la hawla wa la quwwata. He is whispering. Man, feeling little thirsty. Go and have just some water. I gave bayan and he is feeling thirsty. This is shaitan whispering. So, I don't want to take more time. Now, brothers, you please sit state-wise first. State-wise. Province-wise. Then sit halqa-wise. And then sit masjid-wise. And make azaim. That is Bahana, Rozana. Tell me. Repeat with me. Rozana, Bahana, Salan. Make azaim. First state-wise, province-wise, then halqa-wise, then masjid-wise. Inshallah. Where will Transvaal sit? Yeah, tell me.
Control in the center, Western Cape behind them. then Eastern Cape and Natal. Eastern Cape and Natal on the right. And then Botswana, Swaziland and Lesotho on the left.
Okay. Who are in this side?
Eastern Cape and Natal.
Eastern Cape first.
Yeah.
And
on the
then-
right hand side. In the middle, Transvaal.
Listen. Give me. Don't use the mic. Who will sit this side? Eastern Cape and Natal. Brothers from Eastern Cape and Natal, please stand up. Eastern Cape will sit in the front sub, and Natal will sit in the back sub, right? Huh? Eastern Cape in the front sub, Natal in the back sub. Then sit halqa wise, then sit masjid wise, and then make azan. Repeat it. Eastern Cape. Eastern Cape in the front, in first sub. Natal behind them. Okay, this side who? No man, leave it. This side.
Botswana, Swaziland, Lesotho.
Botswana in the first sub. Swaziland behind them.
Lesotho behind.
And Lesotho behind them. Please get up and make halqas there. Now Transvaal, you tell the halqas, let them sit halqa wise. Tell the halqas. I'll tell them, you tell me. No, Transvaal is the whole thing. No, halqas. No, tell first which halqa, then second. Johannesburg halqa, first sub. After that, Lenasia. First Johannesburg, then Lenasia, and then East halqa, third. Then North, that is last. North, and then in the last, West. Repeat it. Starting from Joburg first, then